Test. Oh, that was loud. I don't hear you very well. I don't know. Test. You're three. Oh no. Yeah, me neither. Oh yeah, it was muted.
Test, test,
Oh yeah,
test.
there you are.
Okay. I'm looking now. Do you want me to unmute yours, Ken?
Test. Yep.
All
All
right.
right.
Good morning from Potomac Curling Club. We are here in draw.
Don't ask me. This
I
is the
don't know.
first time I've been here.
Probably draw 6 or so
6 or
of
7?
the
Every
two.
there's one more
This
to
would
go.
be 6, I
Yeah,
think. Draw
yeah.
6 of the GNCC mixed playdowns.
Thanks for joining us early on a Saturday morning.
Teams are getting instruction from the head
Is
official
it
right
head
now.
umpire or
I
head
believe,
official?
I think Alan is the head official for this event.
He looks very official. He's got like an earpiece and an iPad.
So this morning we have 3 games going on sheets A, B, and C. Our feature game will be between
You
Team
don't have 4?
Anders. No, just 3 games this
Huh.
morning. Feature game on sheet B between Team Anderson out of the Philadelphia Curling Club and Team Clausen, who is a mix of Four Seasons, Potomac, and Broomstones.
Oh, are we
Oh,
being
I'm sorry,
shown on
Team
the
Anderson
camera?
also has someone from
Should we say
We're
Broomstones.
hi?
here live.
Hi.
Okay.
A little delay there with my wave.
Yeah, no, I can't. You can't look it up. I mean, not that I ever want to look at myself anyway. But so which side's actually being shown?
This,
That
yeah,
one, okay.
this is whatever we just showed.
Got it.
That's what we're live.
We have all the cams set up for the aerial views of the houses.
Yep, we're all good.
Awesome.
All right, so it looks like Team Clausen has won the hammer with the last stone draw.
Is that how they do it?
Yes.
Nice.
So the teams are, Team Clausen is skipped by Hunter Clausen, former Potomac Curling Club member, who now curls out of Four Seasons in Minnesota. Vice is Catherine Gorianova, and second is Eli Clausen, both out of Potomac Curling Club. And the lead is Sydney Mullaney out of Broomstones. And then first up to throw here is Team Anderson. Dan Cooper is in the hack. He's playing lead. Second is Libby Brundage. Vice is Cody Klauser, and skip is Emily Anderson. So first rock is off. Teams will get 30 minutes of thinking time in this 8-end game.
Gotta be in. This line is terrible. Really was.
So looks like the first rock was called right into the forefoot.
Is it freezing on you, Ken?
Yeah, just hit reset here. Let's say. Looks better. There we go.
So Team Clausen's just going to play a hit right away here. Looks like we're probably going to have a pretty clean first end.
Sorry.
Shooter is going to roll out.
expect a pretty good game here this morning.
So Team Clausen is currently 4-0 in the round robin section. So this is their last game in the round robin section.
Yes, and then yeah, five game round robin in 2 separate pools. So with the win this morning, Clausen would lock up the top seed for the playoff round. 2 teams from each pool will make it to the playoffs, and then 2 teams are going to end up representing GNCC at the mixed nationals out in, I believe, in Denver in about a month.
Yeah.
So Hunter actually won the mixed nationals 2 years ago with his other brother, Caleb. And they went over to Switzerland for Worlds.
They're electing to throw up a corner guard here, as opposed to going after that red rock.
Interesting call. Thought they might hit it.
It's going to
Slides
slip
a
into
little
the
deep.
reins.
What do you think here, Melvin? Sure. Wait, still 10-5.
So Libby Brundage is up with her first throw here. She's going to play a hit and roll. Very nice. Rolls a little too far, but
The guard calling for the double here for Eli.
do we have anybody on this morning listening? There's been a lot of...
We'll just watch it in the replay. It's fine.
We've had like 50 or so viewers,
Oh,
40
wow.
to 50 viewers, or maybe not 50, maybe that was 40.
Now the pressure's on us to...
I mean, that's when I've been watching in the afternoon and evening, not at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the
15
morning.
watching
Well,
now.
Okay.
One of them is us, so technically 14.
Okay, well, thanks
Looks like
for clarifying.
And we are watching live chat, so if anybody cares to chat with us,
yeah, chat with us.
provide any...
hopefully you can hear us. Maybe
Provide
somebody
any-
can
Let us know.
yeah,
Confirm
someone
if you can
confirm.
hear. I can hear me, so...
Right.
And we'll keep you posted on the scores from the other sheets as well as the games progress.
Yeah. So on sheet A we have Team Foster and Team Fink, and that is in the A pool, and then sheet C is Shaw versus Visnich, also in the A pool. Team Shaw is currently at 3-0 as well. They haven't lost a game yet, so I believe if they can win this morning, they will lock up one of the 2 playoff spots for Pool A. I believe Eli has another chance at a double. It's a little flat, but I think it's there. They're close together, the 2 red rocks.
Looks like it ran a little bit straight on there. We'll move the red rock from the top of the forefoot to the side of the forefoot, but it does stick around. Looks like red's actually still shot rocked by a hair as well.
I think it's actually red. Thanks, Lauren, for confirming. Good morning.
Hey Lauren, morning.
Cody Klauser's heading down to have a little chat with Emily Anderson about the shot here. Looks like they're calling it the double and then to roll over in front of their red.
Gets
Gets
the
the
double,
one.
but we'll get the top one.
Yes!
So Hunter will call a nice hit for Catherine.
Yep. Whoa.
Maybe a little roll to the outside.
Okay, take the roll. Whoa. Perfect. Nice shot. 10-19.
Clean.
Little clean, but
Not normal. Not normal is nice. Yes. Yes.
Looks like a nice throw by Catherine there.
It's a great shot. Leaves yellow sitting 2.
So without a great center guard, looks like Anderson is just going to play a hit here, and they could try to roll maybe to the back 8. I don't think they can get better than the yellow shot rock, though, and be buried.
Late roll out. Yep.
That one
Goes
stays
out
in
of the rings, but
play,
in play.
Hunter's just going to replace that rock over in the wing.
Yeah.
The draw.
Right up. Good. Yes, line. Hard. Hard.
Sweepers on it early for line.
Hard. Hard, Eli, yes. Yes.
They're really working those brooms to try and get it on.
Running out of house as they curl that far to the side.
Looks like they will be able to get it on.
Very nice sweeping there by Eli and Sydney.
Line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line, hurry. Line, 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 line.
So down to skips rocks here in the first end. Looks like Emily is going to hit that rock that was just thrown. Try to get a little roll behind that cover there. She could roll and put her shot behind the yellow and be buried. Long roll, but
Yeah, I guess the risk with rolling there is the jam possibility since that red rock is still in the
True.
rings.
Nope, easy. Nah, don't touch.
looks like it's going to catch the outside of the yellow. And no,
Maybe.
actually just ticks it in a little bit. But her shooter actually
Yeah, it
rolled
does
in
interestingly roll for
for
second, shot. Should be at least, should be pretty open. I can't see, I'm not directly behind it, but
Yeah, it looks like they can probably see at least half of the rock, I think. Step over there. Yeah, I believe they can see at least half of it. Maybe like a barrier weight here.
maybe, yeah, just not even maybe, probably closer to hack. We'll see.
I
We'll see what
prefer
finds.
barrier weight myself. Just cleaning it looks pretty good. Actually, it might
Actually, it's
roll
gonna
out
roll
here.
out,
Well,
Not
gets
a
the
terrible
job done to
result,
sit
yeah.
2. So they played it a little safe there, making sure they got by their third shot rock.
It looks like on sheet C, we've finished the first end at 1 for yellow, which was Team Fishnich. Did I say that right?
I think so.
That sounds right.
Now I see 2 players with the same last name on that team. Are they related by
I'm not going to guess if
brothers,
they're brother
father,
and
son?
sister
I
or
don't know,
married.
yeah. Alexander
Oh
and
no, they
Nicholas,
would be
so,
brothers then.
yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't looking at the position there.
Yeah, I suppose they could be married too.
Well, yeah, they could. Yeah. So Emily gets the yellow rock out of play, but rolls out herself, which will leave Hunter
An open
Clausen
draw.
an open draw to the house for 2. Now we did see last night at the Scotties yesterday afternoon, Jennifer Jones shorted a draw to the house.
Did we see that? I
We
didn't
did.
see it. You may have seen it. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched that draw
Yeah,
yet.
that was the afternoon draw yesterday. Yeah, Kristen McCarville had just a biter, and Jennifer needed to draw to the house to tie the game, and she shorted it by about
I'll blame
8
the
inches.
sweepers on it.
I mean,
My Jennifer.
well, they
doesn't
swept
miss
it the
those
whole way
very
though.
often.
They swept it the whole way. So sweepers are just watching
cleaning
this
it.
one cleaning. Looks pretty good. It's not
Yeah.
heavy for sure, so they must like it.
Yep, just need to touch paint and they'll do that just fine.
Yep, looks like that's right on the tee line.
Right to tee.
Beautiful shot.
All right,
So good start for Team Clausen. First
score
in.
of 2-0 after 1 for Team Clausen.
Sheet A is
Not wrapped
on
up the first end yet.
They're on their last rock. They've got quite a few rocks.
There
in
are a
play
lot of
over
rocks in
there.
play, yeah. I'm not even going to begin to guess what
And I'm
is
not-
happening down
yeah.
there because I don't have the best view of it.
You can see the left. Actually, we can bring that up here, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
And
So it
take
looks
a look.
like
Looks
yellow
like yellow's
is
sitting 1,
sitting
despite
one.
the fact that there are more red rocks in the rings.
Red has the hammer here with our last rock.
So left of your screen is on sheet A, which is Team Fink versus Team Foster. So we can watch the end of their game there while we're playing ours. Sheet B here. We'll start next.
Looks like they're either just drawing here.
Trying to bite the 4 for
Yeah,
their
if they
1.
overcurl, they could tap, but it looks like they're overcurling too much onto the guard.
Yep. So it will be a steal of 1 for Team Foster.
It's a good start for them. It looks like they're looking for their first win of the weekend here.
I like attack board.
Alright, so
So
we'll bring you back to our feature matchup here.
Clausen's putting up the center guard here without hammer. Looks like they're opting for the tight guard to start. Comes about more than halfway. Looks like Anderson's opting for a tight corner guard here.
Sweepers are on this one.
I like it, yeah.
Get a corner guard. It's a little high, but they can use that for sure.
Maybe playing a tick.
Rerun that back.
Took it a little bit
gonna
too
get
far,
that
so
out.
we'll replace that.
I'm not sure, was that the call or were they drawing and it was heavy?
Yeah, you're up.
I think they were throwing a draw there that ended up being a little heavy, and
Not curling.
the
Maybe a little
plan
bit
B
straighter
call
on
there
that
was to
side.
try to tick the guard over.
And
Went a
roll to
little
be
too,
center.
little
Took
too
it a
far
little
and
too much.
took the free guard out of play. So that just got replaced. Looks like putting up a tighter corner guard here. Maybe trying for a biter, it looks like, by Emily's broom.
So the reason that rock did
Curling.
get removed is because of the 5 rock rule that exists in curling. So you cannot remove any rock from play for the first 5 rocks that are thrown in the net. So
Okay, bring it back. Can you bring it back?
looks like Hunter's looking for a draw behind that guard, that yellow guard.
Hold it as hard as you can in the house. Keep going.
Almost sounds like Sheetsy's mic'd up out there.
Are anyone of our skips, Mike?
I don't believe anyone's mic'd this
Okay.
morning. I'm not sure if they were offered or we only do that for the maybe we only do that for the
I see
finals.
the pack sitting here
Yeah.
on the table
Perhaps
in front of
tomorrow
us.
for the finals we might have the teams mic'd up.
Normal.
So from my understanding for the finals tomorrow, it is the morning game, which is actually listed as the semifinal, which is the game that's going to determine the 2 teams that move on to nationals. So the top team from Pool A will play the second team from Pool B, vice versa. And then the winners of those 2 games will represent GNCC at the nationals, and then the game at noon or 1 tomorrow will be the championship game to determine the top team for the weekend, and then the 3rd place team will be the backup in case one of the top 2 teams is not able to go to Denver.
Got it.
So, had a little slip there, but it looks like Anderson's team will still make the peel.
The rock was not burned, so it looks like we're not injured as well. So 2 most important things when you fall. Just make sure do not hit.
Very graceful fall there.
It was, yeah.
I've seen much less graceful.
Yeah, I would say
including my own a few
I was
weeks
gonna
ago.
say it looks like one of my falls.
I'm still a little sore on my knee from my fall onto a rock.
My favorite slide of 2019, or my favorite fall of 2019 so far was during a practice slide. When I fell on my face, my
You fallen more than once?
right cheekbone. No, just that time. So
My fall was my first in probably like 4 years.
yeah, it came out of nowhere.
Looks like Caustin's trying to draw one in here behind their guard. It needs to curl here.
I guess I might leave a triple. Go here.
Probably gonna just leave it high and as a guard. Maybe that was the call, but I think he wanted it in.
Yeah.
But makes Anderson have to open up the front here and peel.
Yep.
And they won't be able to roll on with where that stopped, so get a 3rd corner guard out of this maybe.
That'll be a successful peel.
Nicely thrown there. So Hunter's debating whether to put up another guard and make Anderson peel or to bring one into the house. Looks like they're opting.
I think I like another
For the
center guard
guard.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, they
really
don't-
no great draw path right now.
And if they do come in, they're going to leave Emily a draw at the end for a point. So if they want to steal, the guard is the way to go here. Also potentially get a better force out of this by making Emily Anderson use her rocks on peels. Looks like a nice guard here from
pretty
Catherine.
tight, yeah. Right on the center line.
How even are those?
I'm gonna see if they can get both here. I think if they do, they're just gonna stick their shooter
Right.
just off of the center line.
Could come off of the center one
first
and
then
roll
maybe,
up
yeah,
with big weight.
like the weight I throw.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We call the Michael Ray weight.
Yeah. If it's the Michael Ray shot, it should be about 5 inches tight too.
Okay, we're going there. Okay, it's only the second end, but
Just kidding. I don't hit the broom often either,
only on my out turn.
which is the turn you like more.
It is the one I like more.
So hard sweep here.
It's curling quite a bit.
Looks like they're
We'll catch it on that side, but
just a little rollover. Not exactly what they wanted, but the center's a little more open now. Hunter's gonna put that guard back.
yeah, I like that call.
There's a lot of rocks outside. There's not much of a draw path on either side right now. So
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm not sure how much of that redstone they actually have all the way on the left of the sheet as you're looking toward the thrower, but they would have a tough shot to maybe try and come off of that one to roll into the rings if Hunter ever does go in. And I see they have some rocks that they can run as well.
this rock's curling pretty hard here.
Sweepers are trying to hold that line. They're doing a pretty good job of it as well.
Some strong sweepers out there this morning. Pretty good
Looks like
spot.
it finished up kind of frozen to the side of the other red guard. I really wish we had overhead view of where those guards are,
Yeah.
because I would love to see the angles.
Well, we have. Oh, yeah. About that view, I think we can see pretty well. They're
I don't
trying to
know.
see
If
how many.
if that red is on that yellow, I feel like they could hit the red on the outside and kick that yellow underneath the other, spill their shooter and open it up a little. But
If they hit it right, they may be able to get rid of the yellow on the center line, and if that red rubs off of the corner yellow and spills back into the house.
It's gonna be like edge of button at most.
I think what's more likely to happen is the yellow, if they hit the red into that yellow will hit the red and bounce in.
Oh, let's see what happens.
But I don't
here.
have the best angle, so
I imagine some pretty big weight is coming here. Or is actually no, he's.
yeah, they're trying a draw.
Are they
Guess
drawing
it's
through that little port?
Now or never.
Oh, they are coming through that port.
Very small port to navigate.
Wow, if he makes this. Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful shot by
Just like
Cody
I drew it up.
Klauser. Wow.
Yeah,
And solid white.
didn't have more than probably an inch on either side of that
Yeah,
rock. to
I
get
didn't even
to
think
that
that port was there. So that's Hunter's former junior teammate, Cody Klauser, throwing that excellent draw. Hunter's probably not too happy with that.
He's going to see if
But
he
are they
can
gonna-
navigate that port, I think, with
No, I think they.
some more weight.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
We know a rock can fit through. We just learned that.
Yeah, and worst case, he will open this up for.
Yep, take out the yellow or whatever. Either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bump things around a little bit. Yep.
Mine was really good. No. You still got 30
Wow.
seconds.
Just give me an inch more.
30.
A little less.
What kind of weight do you think he's throwing here?
Feel like a board.
Eli called out hack.
It's a hack, and they should probably sweep it because I think it will curl with that kind of weight.
Catherine calling hard on the sweep here.
Eli sweeping backwards.
Are they through? Oh,
Will spill in.
that's not a bad result.
No,
Careful,
it's
careful.
not.
Open the port a little bit. They have a stone in the
It's
house.
definitely got to be in. You sucked it into the toboggan chute. Okay. You got to finish it to get 4 foot. Oh, good. There's definitely a good shelf there.
Good, Steven.
Melvin, was it 4?
4.
Okay.
3.
So Emily trying to sit 2 after this shot without
Looks like
making a double.
looks like they called a little like chip off of that yellow that was just thrown
Yeah, they.
to roll behind the cover. That way, that'll take away the run back.
And we do have a
For
score
Clausen.
on sheet A. It's now we got 4 points on that end for red, which is Team Shaw.
Back off if
So
you
they're
can.
now ahead.
Oh,
Let me
sheet
update the
C.
score here. Sheet C. Oh,
Yeah.
I said that wrong. Sorry.
Wow. Big score.
Tight guard's okay, but doesn't need to be a guard.
Chance to sit 2 here for Anderson.
This looks like just a draw weight.
Yep. That was good. Whoa, swing back, swing back. Swing back. Go, 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 go.
Looks like it's over curling a bit here.
Yeah, it's going to be on this end.
It's a little light
That looks like
too.
4.
So much larger port to navigate for a hit this time for Hunter. If he runs that yellow in,
Still
they'll
pretty
be
tight
sitting
though with
2.
that high guard, I think. At least in this camera angle, it looks.
I got a 14-5 on that, so.
A lot of guards out there.
Normal.
But Clausen would be fine as long as they get rid of the red here.
Yeah, they're
I
gonna
don't
bring
think
the
they
weight up
care
on
as
this
much
one.
about sticking around or rolling buried. Even if they just
Yeah,
peel
ideally if they
everything
get a
out.
little bit of a roll off to the inside, that would be set up pretty well to steal. I don't know how Anderson would be able to get into the
Yeah,
4
I
foot.
think she would have a draw on the intern side out wide to touch
Yeah.
half of the 8 foot. Although she would need full 8, I think, actually, if they run this straight back.
Top 4.
Right on the beak, gets rid of it.
Beautiful shot.
We leave Emily with a close to just off nose double for a force of 1.
Okay, line's good.
And on sheet A, we just finished up. I didn't see what happened there, though. I'll have to wait till they post the score.
Do you think she can blank here with big weight?
It's a 16.
I don't think so. I think that red guard that she just threw is in the way
Yeah,
to
it might
get
be.
to hit the top one thin enough
Yeah.
to roll out.
So Julia's just timing still.
Hey, Melvin.
Nose gets it.
Final rock here and second end on sheet B.
Normal up.
She's coming in pretty hot. Maybe she is trying to blank here.
She's definitely trying to move some yellow. It's just gonna nose though, so it will be a steal off for 1 for yellow, Team Clausen. To go up 3-0 after 2.
So we got all sheets done with our first 2 ends. We're still waiting for this score to be posted on the second end for sheet A.
So teams get a 1-minute break here between ends to
1 minute break. I will go
debrief
get some more
and
coffee.
okay. You only have 32 seconds left.
Do you think you can get it in? Okay, switch then. And make it a good guard. He's got to come over a bit.
Anybody chatting with us this morning?
No, just the one from Lauren.
Oh, okay.
You were not yet.
How many viewers are we up to? Anybody else
20,
wake up?
25.
All
We're
right.
we're growing. Well, 24 now, counting us.
Oh, okay. Happy Curling Day in Canada. I doubt we have any Canadian viewers on with us, but today is Curling Day in Canada.
And here we go. First for the second end. Or, sorry, third end.
Throwing up a center line guard here. Oh, no, he wants a top four, actually. The 3-point lead, they're going to put one in right away.
Or do you want to come around?
Very nice throw there to the top four by
Yeah,
Sydney.
that's the problem. It's hard.
Delaney.
I mean, we couldn't slash it. Okay.
What I miss?
You missed
One
a
shot.
nice draw to the top four. And I wished everyone a happy curling day in Canada.
Oh, nice.
To all of our Canadian viewers.
Yeah, all 0 of them, probably. So just watch it and play back.
So Anderson chose to hit that one. Hunter's gonna have Sydney throw a hit right back here.
Oh, it looks like they posted the second end on sheet A, so it's 1 point for red. Team Fink, so we're now tie 1-1
Tied
on
at
sheet
1-1.
A.
Nice.
Sit on it. Another come around or just rip it? What do you guys like?
Sydney makes the hit and rolls
What
out
do you guys
there.
like? Really hard line. Hurry! Hurry! Hurry, come on!
Dan Cooper with his second round here is going to throw up a corner guard.
Yes!
Team Anderson needing a corner guard here to try to set up
Whoa.
their deuce or multiple point end here.
Right down to the T line.
Were they calling for a corner there and it just went a
I
little
don't
deep?
know. I would
or-
imagine they would have been calling for a corner because otherwise we're setting up now for a blank end. And
Yep. They need some points, so
unless I don't think she would be playing to blank the odd end here in an 8-end game. I wouldn't think she would want to do that, but maybe.
it's a nice takeout by Sydney. Or was that Eli?
That was Eli.
Eli. I missed the first rock, so I'm off.
Looks like we're going to have a rather uninteresting end in the
We'll
third
see.
here. Things could change quickly, though. The shot's missed.
You know that.
Nice throw there by Libby Brundage. Getting a fit and roll.
Right to the pin. Can't imagine it will stay there that long.
Yes. Not narrow. Yes. Line's good. Lean. Go.
It's always nice when you hear the skip saying clean. You know the shot's been made.
Curling now. Hard. Hard. 15. You gotta go. Hard. This is a late bloomer. Good. Good.
What is that? I got a 4.
I got a 97.
Trading places in the red there.
Just continuing to trade hits here.
It's like another hit queued up.
Lifting its broom off the ice.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before. Just maybe a little unsteady.
That would have been on the ice for sure.
Yeah. Don't try that at home.
Everybody's making their shots.
Sheet C is continuing their quick play. They're on Skips Rocks already.
Wow.
Actually, they're almost done. One left.
Mine's good. Right off if you can. Please. Heavy, I think. Yeah, oh yeah.
So far, what I've heard, teams have all been pretty good with the time clocks. I know a lot of these teams probably haven't played a lot with timing.
Hit that one right on the nose.
Did you do any timing yet this weekend?
I timed last night.
Did you? How was it?
Well, my game was only 4 ends, so it was nice and quick.
So time was not of the essence on those games.
And it was Team Clausen who we're watching now against, I forget what team they played, but yeah, Clausen had a good game, went up 11 to 1 after 4. The big 6-ender in the second, which helped things.
I just threw the last stone on sheet C, which was thrown intentionally out of bounds. So, is that a blank end there?
Yep,
I can't
looks
see.
like a blank.
So heading towards a blank end on sheet B as well. As long as the Skips can execute on their shots here.
Yeah, this is what we call just a time-saving end.
Yeah, getting right in the hack to bank a little extra time for later. Both teams are well ahead of where they need to be in terms of time right now.
And if they're well ahead, boy, sheet C must be far ahead. Well, I guess it's about the same.
Yeah, they've got a good 2 to 3 extra minutes.
Yep,
where they
yep,
should be.
yep, yep, gotta go.
It's not a whole lot of thinking necessary when you're just playing hit after hit. Imagine both sheets are probably going to try to get some guards in play now and generate some scoring opportunities. So last rock here for Hunter Clausen. Just wants to hit and stick here, make the rollout as long as possible for Anderson. Gets the job done.
So Emily will probably look to hit that yellow rock and roll out of the rings for a blank to maintain that hammer going into the 4th end.
Looks pretty nice. Nice throw there by Emily Anderson to get the blank.
So we blanked on B and C, and A has still got a little bit going on there. Looks like A's got two reds in the house there. sheet A, they're down to the hammer. Well, after this one, the next rock will be the hammer. So right now, sitting 3 for red. Looks like they're just going to draw grind to center on sheet A.
So start of the 4th end here. Hunter Clausen calling one into the top 4 just like the previous end. Sydney threw a nice draw last time. Let's see if she
No, I missed it last time.
can keep here.
I'm leaving the camera on sheet A here for a second so we can see how that drill ends up. And it looks like they went too far, so it's probably 3 red on sheet A, it looks like. Okay, back to sheet B as usual.
Looks like this one made it to the top 12, so good throw.
Probably ignore that rock and throw a corner guard and generate some offense for Team Anderson this
Anderson
end.
needing to score a couple here this end. They're gonna try to utilize the 5 rock free guard roll. Looking for a tight corner guard here. Cody's trying to hold the line. It's pretty nice though.
Yeah, it looks great from where I'm sitting.
Nice guard there by Dan Cooper.
Hunter calling for a tap on that rock that Sydney just threw. Maybe like a T weight. Looks like they're only expecting a little more than 2 feet of curl based on that ice. So maybe a little bit straighter on that side.
The line looks pretty nice. Sweepers are going now.
What weight do you want? I want peel. I want ripping. Then I need tight ice.
Great throw.
It's a really nice throw there.
Oh,
Right
beautiful.
back to the pin. Now the 5 rock roll now. Team Anderson is almost.
Yeah, I
forced to
mean,
come
Team Anderson could
in
certainly
and-
draw around that corner that they've just put up. Team Clausen probably throws another guard and
throw a
then
higher
they're
guard.
chasing, so
Seeing a lot of teams doing this, they're just coming right down and freezing on the water.
yeah.
4 foot.
Mine
Sweepers
looks
are on
pretty
this
good
hard.
on it.
Might over curl under the guard here.
Ooh, yeah, it's curling hard here at the end, finishing.
We're on the guard.
Will
Does
spill
split
on.
on to the rings though.
Hunter probably gonna get rid of that red rock. Asking for control weight here. I think it'll be a pretty good shot. Little roll back toward the center line, the other yellow.
Nice. Helps block their shot
They've
rock a
rolled
little bit.
further than they wanted, but it's still a good shot there. So with those being
Yeah, it does leave a
staggered there
stagger.
now, if Anderson can hit and roll behind that, that's a setup for her. Sweepers on this early to hold the line.
We'll get it by.
Just
Oh,
by
wow.
there. Great sweeping there by Dan and Cody. Reminds me of your sweeping, Michael.
Bless you. Sometimes I forget to breathe on those.
Yeah, that one you probably would have passed out.
Yeah. Blue-faced.
So Eli's gonna try to throw the same thing here. They might be trying to roll out though. I don't know if you can get a roll in.
Yeah, it definitely can't get a roll in. Ooh, this one will actually miss the rock
sail
altogether.
right by.
Heading under the corner.
So Team Anderson with an opportunity here to utilize that corner guard that they put up in the beginning of the end to sit 2.
Sounds like they're calling about T-line back 4 weight on this here. Line looks nice. Needs to curl a little bit. Should finish nicely here.
Yeah, that's a great throw.
Great throw. 2 great throws there by second Libby Brundage.
You can even throw 10. It's really.
Assuming I'm saying that mainly.
Yeah, looks like it, Brundage.
So Hunter's gonna.
I'm seeing some chat. Let's check the chat. Oh, I guess I'm seeing some chatter.
Oh, that's my wife. Pardon.
Oh. Well, we're glad you're enjoying the webcast nonetheless, despite your possible bias. Curling Chicks morning, guys. Morning. Morning.
So Team Clausen trying this hit again on the shot rock, and they do make it. They're gonna roll a little too far to sit 1, but they do stay in play. Yeah, so Anderson's deciding if they should draw 1 to the wing here again and sit 2 behind the corner guard. Draw behind the center, staggered guards,
Do a little dance out there.
or draw in front of that other side, in front of the yellow rock. Looks like they're opting
I
to
like
draw to the
coming
forefoot.
behind the stagger. Kind of locks in
Yeah, and if
the
they
one. I don't know that they can get rid of anything behind that with just 1 stone. I think.
and if they don't do this here, it leaves the opportunity for Team Clausen to do that.
yeah.
First team that gets back there is gonna.
They had discussed possibly grouping another red stone in front of the one that they just threw, which is not bad either.
Yeah.
I would like that if those rocks weren't staggered in the top of the 12-foot.
Hard for line here. It looks like it's curling
Yeah, this
pretty
one
hard
might be a
here.
little light.
Just a little bit of light there. It's gonna leave a nice
Well, my
Christmas
button
tree.
is perfectly
Frozen Christmas tree.
button is perfectly guarded there. If only somebody had something on it.
So Team Clausen looking at drawing 1 down in front, sitting on top of the shot rock.
Can I tuck a piece under that yellow?
If I can get 1 frozen
Yeah,
on
that's
there, that's a pretty
interesting.
good shot.
I think I probably would have made the come around to sit behind those now 3 staggered rocks in the top 12, but
I like this call, up by 3. Ooh, curling hard here. Looks like they're already on the guard.
yeah, it's definitely on the red guard. Maybe just caught a fresh path. We'll tap that red rock slightly to choke off that draw, but it's definitely still there. Anderson will try that same shot they just tried again. After doing push-ups behind the hack. Maybe I should start
Good
doing
for him.
this.
Yeah, I know.
On sheets,
I'll do that this Wednesday.
sheets A and C, we see they're both
So
Oh, this
featured.
one's
if you look back
curling
and
too.
see that. Yeah, I think seems like neither team is taking a whole lot of ice for that draw to the 4-foot. They're both going kind of middle of the 8-foot, and they're getting a little bit extra curl with the lighter weight. So ice maybe a little sensitive to the weight this morning.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're talking about the draw, just straight draw in here. They also could tap the one that's further into the 12-foot, the front of the house.
So sheet C just finished with 1 yellow.
Got our fabulous ice crew out there to do the mid-game ice maintenance. TJ doing some mopping and Eric doing some sweeping behind the hack. Thanks, guys.
TJ's
I know,
running a
he's-
marathon with that mop too.
He's got 5 minutes in between the 4th and 5th ends.
I don't think he needs all 5 at that speed.
He thought it was 5 seconds.
Might as well scrape and pebble too with that much time.
Actually, I think they might put down some more pebble. Do they put down some more pebble?
They put it down behind the end line, it looked like.
Just in front of
Yeah,
the
he's grabbing.
Between the
Yeah,
hags
he's
and
grabbing the hose there, sprinkler, whatever you call it.
Anyway, we should probably describe the action that's still happening on our feature sheet here.
What, people don't want to hear about the ice maintenance?
Sweepers.
See if we can-
Sweepers aren't on it yet. Look, line's looking pretty good. Is it heavy enough though?
I think they can sweep it there to at least
Yes.
get full
nice.
8, maybe bite the 4.
Nice throw
Pretty good
there.
shot. We'll get shot rock out of it.
It's probably mostly buried too from the left hack.
Yeah, it's probably got at least a half
Yeah.
a rock.
I'd probably get it with.
Probably want to throw a little bit lighter of a weight though to stick around, which will leave Hunter that same come around.
Yeah.
Which, if that's made, I really don't. I don't know.
He would probably I would think he would probably play a hit and roll, being up by 3. But let's see what Emily can get here. I don't know if our rocks move
With that
quite
ice-
enough to
yeah, with
just
that
to,
ice,
to
I
try to
would
get to as
say
far as you can to nose and bump it. I don't think
hack.
our rocks move quite enough.
Hack's probably the weight that they're throwing here. I think the sweeper's called board. Just cleaning it. Looks like it needs to curl to me.
Right off, Cody's saying. Dan's trying to carve it in here at the end.
We'll catch enough to move it from the spot where it was, but it will still be.
So they'll sit
Shot
second
rock.
and third. And they actually, Anderson might be able to get to that shot rock now with the,
It's
on
tight.
the intern
It's really
side.
tight.
The Hunter's going to try to make it so that
Make
it
that
doesn't
same
matter
shot he just
anyway.
threw
Yeah.
there. So they are taking a little more ice here.
You can see on sheet A, they're also at the hammer rock. So both sheets A and B were throwing hammer now. And on sheet A, we got a
Hunter is coming back down here to
Change his mind.
reevaluate this. He might.
Possibly look at playing a tap.
Yeah, they have 2 rocks there that they could bump up. They're looking at tapping the one right on, just off the center line. Straight back, or angle back slightly.
Looks like they will change up the call here and look to play that tap on
Yeah.
that center rock.
He threw a pretty nice one on his last draw, but both teams struggled a little bit to get one fully buried over there.
There goes hammer on sheet A.
I like this call that way. If he would have come up heavy on the other side, she would have had some to draw down to.
Watching sheet A,
Yeah,
it
and
looks
also
like it's
may get a nice roll from the
good.
shooter to kind of block that path to hit that other yellow rock that's sort of sitting on the edge of the 4-foot right behind the tee line.
Right. Sydney's on this one hard here. I think it's
Curling
over
pretty hard.
curling. It's going to catch that top.
Catch the top red
So,
first.
Didn't change a whole lot there. I think
No, still just sitting the 1.
I think Anderson's going to go for this here. Oh, no, they're going to. Oh, okay. I don't know. Is that there? They're looking at an angle run back here.
Could be for 3
For 3. They also have a tight port to navigate through
to get to
on the
that
intern
yellow.
side.
Also probably for 2 or 3.
Looks like they're going for 3 either way, which is the easier shot, though. Neither are easy. This is one of those shots whatever the skip feels comfortable throwing. That's the shot you go with. Looks like they're going to
they're
go
gonna
with
try
the
this.
angle run back here. Catch about maybe a quarter of that rock that's just off the house.
I wish we had the little arrows to draw. Like,
Yeah.
but we don't, so we'll just use our words.
Yeah, so also third. We have to stay in the
You
middle.
can just draw on the screen.
need a
and see.
telestrator.
I know. We should ask the club to upgrade to that.
Yeah. Capital
then we can-
put that on our list of
yeah.
capital improvements for next year.
To really be Kathy Gauthier, I need my.
Need
We
your
also
little
need,
mic.
we also need a vent above me too. For, Super's on it
Pretty
here.
close.
It's
Really
close.
close.
It's close. It's close. Oh, just over
missed
curled.
it.
So that's a steal of 1 yellow
Like 9-2.
for Clausen to take a 4-0 lead after 4 ends.
And we'll take us to our
we have a
midway
5-minute break.
break.
Sheet C is actually back out already. I could swap the camera over there. I need to take this headset off for a sec. My ear hurts.
Worry about the timing way more. We clean the paperwork up later. Okay? All right. I like green. All you guys. Oh. I don't think so.
showing it on the edge here.
Okay, we're back. Did you miss us?
Probably not. How many people do we have watching?
23.
23.
Where is everybody this morning?
I think a couple of, well, maybe at least one of my teammates is listening. Chris Farmer, I'll give him a shout out.
Hey Chris, what's up? Why aren't
Thanks
you
for
here
tuning
commentating
in.
with us?
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. He was not about to be up that early, and you know that. Looking forward to going out to New York next weekend for the men's 5 and under tournament.
I'll be playing up in Toronto next weekend with Kyle Foster, who is the skip on Team A right now.
Nice.
2 minutes, Bravo.
So teams on Sheet B here have a little less than 2 minutes left before they'll resume play. Sheet C is having a pretty clean end here. Looks like Team Visnich just flashed on a hit, so that will allow Team Shaw to split the house here with a draw.
Yes, Jason with the Billy Joel reference. Going to see Billy Joel later in July when he comes to Camden Yards. First concert event ever held at Camden Yards.
Oh.
They had to do something to get people to go there since the baseball is...
You mean the Orioles aren't good?
No. I did place a bet on them when we were in Vegas for the Continental Cup last month. I put $5 on them to win the World Series. I think that will...
$5 well spent.
Pay 250 to 1, I think. So I should have just gone to the window and ripped up my $5 bill instead, but this way we'll just prolong the inevitable.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
I remember when I was a young'un long ago.
Last week?
Yeah. The Atlanta Braves in the 90s, they went from worst to first.
Ready for first shot of fourth end on Sheet B.
And I'm not going to pretend to know baseball. This is where someone else would insert some news about trades or off-season.
Caps just traded somebody.
Yeah.
Madison Bowie.
All I know is that Manny Machado is now a Padre.
I don't know. He's
Did I make that up?
Though.
I could have made that up. All I know about baseball is what I see on ESPN when I go to the gym.
So nice draw to the forfeit there by Sydney again. Right to the button. Team Anderson going to try to get some offense going here with corner guard. Really needing to get on the scoreboard this end here. As we said, 2 teams will make it out of the B pool. I believe Clausen, Mooney, and Anderson are the 3 teams that have a shot. I believe the other 2 teams. Yeah, I don't think the other teams can make it. I guess maybe they could if they win both of their games. Let's not get involved with that right now.
Yeah, that's too much for me this early.
So center guard going up here. Hunter
Yeah,
said lots of lines, so they might just want to take this in now if it's not curling enough to be a guard.
Yeah, it's going to cover a piece of it, perhaps. Finished quite nice. Yeah, 4-point lead. No reason to really get too fancy here. Just going in the rings on the first 2.
So putting up a corner guard on the other side.
Westner with a comment saying that if Anderson loses, all teams can still make it with upsets.
Okay.
And I don't know that the updated standings are posted anywhere. They're posted here in the war room at the club.
Yeah, I don't think they're on the website. I checked yesterday and couldn't find them.
Be a 5-way tie for second place.
Oh, that would be interesting. How could there be a 5-way tie?
I don't know, there's 6 teams, right?
Oh, yeah, there are 6 teams.
I guess it'd be a 5-way tie for 6th place. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always first.
Yeah. So a nice hit there by Eli, and his shooter stays in the rings there.
We gotta get these heavies out of her. Just make sure it's through. It's through. Oh, it's a 12-8. Oscillate. April. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Sweeping this rock hard to keep the line. We'll move the yellows around a bit. It's not the worst result for Team Anderson. Clausen will be inclined to try and get rid of that red, as it's in a very usable spot.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to punch it right through the hole back there.
We requested for a post of standings on the Facebook group. I guess we could do that.
Yeah, I don't have access to the account, but maybe we could find someone who does.
Oh, we can't. I guess not anybody can pay. You need to.
You can read them off too, and you can write them down. Paper and pencil.
I mean, I can.
Old school.
We can send you a facsimile.
Well, yeah, we'll look into getting that posted by the end of this draw.
Yeah, I'm not sure why there's no like live draw updates on the link that's on the club website, but
yeah, we'll try to get it posted to Facebook and Twitter.
I'll go take a picture of it now and hold it up to the webcam. How about that?
there's some next level stuff. We aim to
we're
please.
pretty high tech here.
We are super high tech. I would have probably written it down and then held it up to the camera, so at least Ken's one step ahead of me there. Hey, Lauren says curling zone should have it.
Oh, okay.
She can't post the link. Oh, probably the comments. There's a link.
Yeah, I think you
blocker for
can.
all
We
the
tried to do that before.
Spammers.
Yeah.
But thank you, Lauren.
So Team Anderson's able to tap theirs onto the ring there, but just for a fourth shot. So Hunter's he could hit that. Just looking at it, I think. Yep, they're gonna throw a hit
Try
here.
to get it through that hole. Not too much margin for error here, with lots of jam possibilities in the back of the rings.
Catherine, I feel like she's throwing 100% right now, though.
Oh, way to jinx her, Kyle.
I know, right? Oh, same clean, so. Oh.
That changed quickly.
Oh, no, she did miss a shot earlier. They are going to jam it there.
But in the back of the rings and not shot rock, so.
Second shot.
I tried taking a picture of the standings, but it's all shiny metal, and all I get is reflections, so it's pretty much
Bummer.
unreadable.
So curling zone's where it's at, guys.
So are they freezing here to the so, or are they just straight drawing behind?
I think either freeze on the top of that shot rock is probably the call.
Yeah.
Maybe a little tap and a roll inside, but freeze is probably better. Sweeping this.
Right to it.
Pretty
Right
nice
to
freeze.
Oh, that's a really nice throw.
Nice
I think
angle
they can
too.
blast them both out if they wanted to, but I don't know that they want to. They're going to hit the open one in the back.
Yeah, up 4, just
Yeah, make sure you
play
get
the
the one you can
scoreboard.
get out. Even with that guard there, they're saying the ice is pretty straight, so she can throw it right at the rock. She's got a nice throw here. Maybe roll out a little bit, but out of the all the way out. But
It's like
I don't think they wanted to keep that there anyway. That just leaves Team
Right.
Anderson something to freeze down to.
Team Anderson looking to draw behind that yellow rock.
Yeah, they have a nice angle set up there on the ones in the forefoot right now.
Yeah.
So they can get one.
Most important part here is to
Tucked
cover
in
at
on the
least a
outturn
portion of
side
this
here.
rock to not leave any sort of double to get rid of that other red rock.
Looks like they're on the guards. Can they tap? I don't think they can tap back there because of the yellow.
Clausen eyeing the draw.
So that's what Cody and Emily are talking about, how once the weight comes down on some of these shots, then they start getting the extra curl.
Just top 12, same line, right?
Yeah, I'd like to try to limit that.
Yeah, top 12, same
So
line.
like here, I'll give you the first room.
Okay.
Hunter's talking about just picking this out. Even if they lose their one in the forefoot, I don't think they care.
If they nose it, that wouldn't be bad either. Sort of shrink the scoring area.
He could probably chip this out and just maybe
This one will be
push his back a little
thrown
bit.
with quite some weight, I suspect.
Nice throw.
Yep.
So they will stick around there to sit 3.
Speed's nice through here.
And over on sheet C, we did have a blank in the 5th end. I don't think we announced that yet, did we?
Sheet A? No, sheet C.
Sheet
I
C.
don't think
Sheet
so.
A's
Yeah,
still
that's
going.
2 blanks in that game.
Let's go with
Shaw maintains their 4-2 lead in the 6th.
on the left of the screen on sheet A, you will see, is that the Hammerstone they're just through or not?
No, they have one more left.
So it's looking kind of red down there. Looks like they're trying to pull that one into the house too. Yeah, sitting for red.
Emily Anderson up with her first here, trying to draw in behind those 2 in the top 12.
Go a little then, yeah. Oh, switch back, switch back, switch back. Don't switch yet.
Sweeper's
Okay,
trying
now
to.
you can switch, now you can switch. Yep, finish it. Go, 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 go. Whoa, 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 wait a second, wait a second.
This is the line. This is
Nice.
Looks like a pretty nice throw there.
Yeah.
Get some shot.
Should be able to get to
We'll
that
be able
with
to get to
the
similar to Catherine's.
lighter
Hit
weight.
a couple of shots ago. Just have to be careful about jamming it. You need to make sure they get enough curl to get to as close to nose as they can.
expect to see a little bit less weight from Hunter on this shot than his last.
At the same time, we're seeing the hammer shot on sheet A on the right side of the screen there.
Have a barrier weight call. Line looks good. Catherine's sitting clean.
Like a pretty
Oh, is it going to jam it? It is.
Yeah, sure will. So
That leaves an open draw
open
to
draw
the 8
for
foot
two.
for 2 here for Anderson to get right back in this game.
And on sheet A, it looked like a pretty nice shot. It cut him down from 4 points to 1, I think, on the hammer. But I didn't quite see, so I'm not going to post it yet.
So throwing the draw that she just threw here. Just needs to touch the 8 foot.
Feel like getting it here? I mean, even if we're short, it's probably not bad. Even if we cap, it's probably not bad. Like this?
Yeah, singing a slight bit more than half.
So Team Anderson looking to just bite at least a piece of the 8 foot here on this shot to get there too.
Sweepers.
Stay close.
This
Stay
one's
close.
running pretty straight, so
Stay close. Clean it. Yep. Okay, easy.
might even be a little heavy.
I think she has it. Nice throw by Emily Anderson.
Yep, we'll hang
to
around.
score 2.
Gets him on the board.
Right back in it.
And sheet A, it looks like they got 2 points there, so it's now 8-1.
Great throws. Yeah. I like those.
So Team Fink is, are they the, I
Don't
think
start
they're,
their clock.
I think they're running, I mean, they're doing well in the competition, right?
I like that.
It's like a nice center guard here.
Probably this.
Ideally, just get to nose, right?
Nose is perfect.
Okay.
Team Clausen is going to come right behind it.
Just throw a T-line. That's good. Yep. Whoa. 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 Right on.
This draw's coming in a little bit heavy. Slide to the back 8 foot.
Or do we want to do this? Do you like the one?
No, I think we come around.
So Anderson's debating whether they want the high guard or to come into the house, opting to come in. I think that's the better call since Team Clausen already showed that they're willing to play immediately to the center.
I think this is the
Nice draw there, just to the back tee. Hunter asking for Sydney to follow right down on top of that. Really nice throw there by Sydney.
Just, I think freeze on top.
Yeah, it's going to freeze right on top of that red rock. Team Anderson looking to follow that right down and sit on top of it.
Melon's throwing. Oh, Melon's throwing.
Just squeaked by that guard there.
Nice shot.
Looks like they're playing the run double here.
As long as we're guarding the hole, which
Looks like it.
Might move a curl.
Wow.
Got a lot of rocks moving there, but
A lot of yellow rocks, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Leaves red sitting 3.
Did open up the center though.
Yeah, that was always the result of that shot. The goal of that shot.
So Anderson just gonna put up a guard.
This one's going to slip a little bit deeper than they probably had hoped. Into the 12-foot ring, so red will sit 4. Eli's asking what he's throwing.
Likely a
Probably
hit.
a hit.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just looking at the angles here to see how many they can get rid of. They might only be able to get 2 out here, which is going to be welcome, I think, at this point for
hard
Team
pressed
Clausen.
to get more than 2, but
Unless they can clip that back 8-foot one somehow, but I don't know if that's going to be there. They'd be more than happy, I think, with 2 here. Does get 2 out.
Clears some rocks out of the 4-foot, so great result for Eli and the rest of Team Clausen.
I think you want him just on this side of center. Yeah. Yeah.
So guard going back up now for Team Anderson. Just to the left side of the center line, looking at it from the house. Sweepers on this early, hard.
This one's going to be
Looks like they need to go hard to get it over.
2 guard.
There it is. Okay, that'll split the center line.
Yeah.
Pretty high. But
Yep.
forces the peel here.
Meanwhile, it looks like on sheet C, Team Shaw has a shot for 5, I think.
Ooh.
Which
That top one biting.
might be shakes. Just the 4, but I think they'll be content with that.
So it looks like it is 5 there. That one was biting. On sheet C, I'm not sure if you guys can see that are watching, but
So Team Shaw will go up 9-2 after 6.
so Cody Closser throwing another guard here. They're hoping to curl this one just a bit more over the center line. It's actually going to curl a little less, I think, than the last one. Which might leave Hunter access. He's actually going to run it in. Yeah, I think they're going to run their yellow.
He's going to try the
here.
run.
They don't have a ton of great options. Yeah, just go for it.
I think you know where it goes.
Yeah, Hunter's saying that even if they just peel this yellow one, it's not going to leave Anderson with a lot of good options.
Guard
that
being
guard's
so
pretty
high,
high.
so difficult to, even if you do make a perfect come around, plenty of space to access it. Pretty close. Needs to curl a bit more.
Got the one out.
So it looks like we did have handshakes on C. It looks like they had thought about playing another end, but
So I believe
our
that
first
moves Shaw to 4-0, and I
Yep,
believe that qualifies
correct.
them for a playoff spot. Whether they'll be first or second in their pool
Yep.
may still be up for grabs, but they will be into the playoffs. Congratulations to Team Shaw.
And they will play again on the next draw, I believe. Is that right? The 1 o'clock draw?
So Emily Anderson trying to throw a draw into the top 4 here behind the center guard. They're
Line's pretty
liking
good.
the line,
Might
I think.
be,
It needs to curl a little bit.
Might be a little deep. Oh, actually came down quite a bit.
Did they get it there for second shot? They
I
did.
think so, yeah. So
They did, and Hunter will have to deal with that one because it's blocking off
try to play a
draw
run
path,
double.
but there is a double there now.
Should have all of that rock. Just off nose, run. Definitely wants to move that top red rock if he can. If he makes this shot too, he'd probably get a really nice roll behind that center guard as well.
I think they might just want to sit there, though, not leave the draw again. Force Emily to come on the outside.
If he does sit there, he's probably not getting the red.
So they'll just be peeling this top one out. So it leaves Anderson sitting the 1 still.
So I think they just blanked the end on sheet A.
And handshakes.
So we have Team Fink winning on sheet A.
So I think that's the 2nd win for Team Fink, and I believe, unfortunately, Foster still has yet to win a game.
So it looks like our feature match will be the last ones to finish up here.
Yeah, so ice conditions might
Yeah, we'll have
change a
to
little
see
bit
how
here
that will
with
be
nobody
affected
else out
with
on the ice. A little quieter.
16
and
bodies leaving the ice.
yeah.
It'll definitely be a little quieter. A little colder as well. Have to
Yeah.
keep an eye on the temp.
The temp's actually up there right now. It's 39.
It is. It was 36 earlier when I glanced up.
So sweepers are on this one early here. Looks like maybe she's light again.
Looks like this one's a little less than the first.
Yeah, they want to make sure they can get it there for...
They wanted to get second shot out of this. They're going to need
Not quite there. But it does block the hit on the shot rock, so Hunter's going to have to come
blocks
up
the
with...
hit, blocks the simple draw path, so...
Oh, he's looking at it to see if there's a port.
We're playing a similar shot to what he just played. I don't... This
They
one curled a
have-
bit more, so I'm not sure that...
They could run their one that's on the... Well, they could run either of them. I think their yellow rock's in the 12 foot. I believe the one on the left would be easier. They could just play a straight tap on either of those yellows. But I think he thinks the port is there. Or is he...
Yeah, I think it's
playing-
probably there looking at the camera. It's difficult from where I was sitting, but there's definitely some space.
Is that there? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess there could be some harm here. I don't want to
I don't
say
think
what I'm
that's there, is it?
thinking could happen
looks super
because
tight.
then it will, but
Are you thinking if he is really just ticks the red into the yellow and
that's
rolls
what I
the
was
red in
thinking.
for
I didn't want to
2?
say it because then it would have come to fruition, but
Yeah, I don't love...
since you put it out there in the atmosphere,
I don't think he's reevaluating from the hack. It's super tight.
I mean, the worst he can give up here is 1 if he doesn't touch any red rocks. So
I personally like the tap of the one on the right-hand side of the 12 foot. All they need to
I do
get
too.
it,
Yeah,
they just need to get it just a little more than biting the 4 foot. Take your point. You're up by 2. He wants to go after this, though. These young kids.
well, he's the one throwing it, so obviously
Yeah.
he's comfortable with that call.
Eli's trying to carve it over. Oh, just missed it.
But
It looks
close.
Yeah. It almost...
one for sure
It was
for
very
red.
close to what we were talking about. That
yeah,
they may have...
I think they held on and hit it thin enough that it just kind of kicked the other
it's
yellow.
close.
It's between the 2 rocks on the right-hand
Yeah.
side.
They agreed it's just
Yeah.
1, I believe. Steal of
So-
1.
No harm, no foul,
Could have been worse there.
for sure.
So Clausen will keep the hammer going into the 7th up by 1. Close game as we expected here on our feature sheet. Two years ago, both of these skips represented the U.S. at the Mixed Worlds on the same team. Emily had to sub in for her sister, I believe Sarah, on that team.
Yep.
As Sarah's team was prepping for the Olympic trials.
In high demand.
So one of these 2 skips are hoping to go back to Worlds this year. Not sure. Do you know where they're at, Michael or
No.
Ken? No, me neither.
Somewhere in the world on the
Oh.
planet Earth.
Yeah. Good insight there.
Line's good.
nice center guard going back up to start the 7th end.
Yep, really sweeping it to hold that line. It will finish up pretty close to the center line. I think they'll be pleased with that shot.
Looks like we're going to be coming in behind the center guard here.
Line's closed. Yes, line. Hard line.
Maybe
Hard line.
playing a little tick
Hard.
time.
Hard.
Yikes, another fall out there.
Hard. Down.
That
Yes,
one
yes,
not
yes,
as
yes,
graceful as the first.
yes. That was great.
So over curled a little bit, but works out as a nice tick there. A nice Lisa Weagle shot there.
Yeah.
Hammy, the hammy.
Shout out to Lise. I'm sure she's watching.
Yeah. as she gets ready for her
Yeah,
Scotties
that's
playoff game.
Part of her typical warm-up routine is to watch some GNCC curling.
So center guard goes right back up.
You can see that one's not quite touching the house.
So Team Clausen's going to play the draw in from the out-turn side.
This pass pretty good.
So it seems to be hanging or falling out a little, actually. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's just a little heavy or.
Yeah, I think they've been talking about the heavier rocks, especially on this side of the sheet. They were running pretty straight, as we
that
see
one's gonna
there.
slip through.
So a little bit of an unforced error there by
So
Team
probably
Clausen.
Team Anderson looking to tap up one of those.
No, I think they're playing a higher guard. Because those two guards that are there, if they don't, it's a pretty easy double peel, given how close together they are. So 1.5, 2 guard here will prevent that.
Yeah, we should go for a tap.
Looks like they're heavier than us, though they are talking about a tap.
Yep. We're really wide, so we just need to.
And it's wide. So looking to get a tap here. Okay.
So
It's a little thin.
5 rock rule, you can now hit those guards for
Yeah, if you just miss it,
Clausen,
you do
so
these two, that's fine too.
trying to figure out how they can move multiple redstones
Yeah.
here.
Maybe get all 3. Probably, probably just 2 though. They're playing a really thin hit on the right-hand rock. Basically a redirect off of it.
We'll get 2.
Nice throw by Eli Clausen. Rolls over for sort of a corner guard.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those in-betweeners.
So Team Anderson throwing up another guard. Laughing at something out there. Not sure what happened.
I've gotten hooked by a teammate before.
Three quarters, thin 3/4. 3/4.
So peel here for Team Clausen again.
Yes. Yes. Whoa, whoa.
We'll miss the second red.
Miss
that
that
was in
Team
the rings.
Anderson was looking for by throwing up the extra guard. They can now get one into the forefoot. They're probably going to tap up. I don't think the draw path is there on either side to get to the full four. Looks like a nice throw by Cody. Very nice.
Touching the button.
Maybe just peel these two.
Yeah, so Hunter can either peel those two corners as he just said, or they could run the one on the center line.
Peel these two. Just like that normal.
He's going to try to get through both of those corner guards, or the corner and the half corner.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
Very nice throw by Catherine. And she's going to hang both. Oh no, the one rolled out. She does keep one of those yellows.
Would have been a little sneaky shot there.
Yeah.
Still a really great shot from Catherine. Does a lot of good for Team Clausen.
So I think Team Anderson's calling a tight guard here. If they can tuck a piece of it behind that yellow, it would prevent a run back. Looks like it needs to curl though.
Yep.
Finishing
Yeah.
nicely.
Finish it.
I think that finished pretty well.
Same weight.
But they're just going to have a
About a
double
half
peel
off.
again.
Yes. Whoa. Whoa.
Two great shots by Catherine.
Yeah. Really opened it up.
So now Anderson needs to decide here if they want to guard for their life or hit the yellow in the house. It looks like they're going to guard and try hard for the steal here.
Yeah.
And the other option is if they can get a force
If they can
here,
get
they
a
get the hammer
force.
back down by 2, which isn't terrible. If they ever
Yeah,
give
if
up
they get
2.
a steal here, they'll be going hard for a steal next end again. So
Right. So yeah, it's all kind of up to the skip what kind of strategy they like at this point in the game.
looks like she's more comfortable.
Yeah, they've thrown this shot several times, so they should know the ice.
Tight. Dan's close. Dan's close. Lean it, Dan.
Yeah. This one taking a little bit of a different path than Cody's did, so trying to sweep against the curl on.
Saying over and up, this one looks like it might over curl a little bit.
Yeah,
It's pretty high, so it should leave access to
the shot
the
rock.
shot rock from the in-turn side.
Could possibly set up some sort of double, depending on where the shooter rolls. But Clausen would be okay with a blank this end as well.
Right. Well, that was the risk that we talked about with Team Anderson taking there. But Clausen has to execute here and make this hit. Looks pretty nice.
Yep, definitely by the guard, and with the lighter weight, shouldn't roll too far.
Yeah, and there's not really a double there. So Emily Anderson with her final rock here in 7
Just
is
gonna
going to look
try
for
to
a
play
little
a
hit and roll.
behind that center guard.
Yep. Yep.
Sweepers on this one early.
Whoop. Clean, clean, clean. Let me go, let me go.
Might just be a nose hit.
My fault.
Jump that one just a bit early.
So
that'll
we'll leave
leave
Clausen with an open hit for 2 to go up a possible 3 into the last end. But we're likely to see the last end, which will be the only end that goes all, or the only game that goes all 8 ends, this straw. So glad we were able to show the most curling action on this Saturday morning.
Looks like a nice throw here.
Yep, that'll do the trick. So Team Clausen going up 6-3 over Team Anderson, heading into the 8th and final end.
All right, so final end about to begin here. Team Clausen's going to put one right onto the forefoot.
Yeah, definitely don't want any guards here if you're Team Clausen.
I've thrown the peel of shame a few times in my life. Looks like this one's coming in nicely.
Expect to see some guards from Team Anderson.
Nice throw by Sydney.
And with the 5 rock rule, you know, they're certainly not out of it. This one curling hard early.
Calling a 1, the sweepers. High guard's fine here, though. They can throw a tighter one on there next.
Just past the logo. Probably drawing behind this yellow.
I think he just wants a top 4. I don't know if he cares that it's buried. So they probably don't want it buried. That way there's no...
Two great shots from
throw.
Sydney.
Team Anderson has to ignore those for now so they can get some guards in play.
Ideally would like this guard to be a little tighter to the rings than the
Looks
last.
like it's coming in nicely. The line looks good. Sweepers haven't touched it, so weight must be close.
Yep, that'll be a
Really
nice shot. So
what they need to get set up here.
prior to the 5 rock rule, we probably would have seen a peel here on those corner guards, but cannot remove them from play yet until the next rock. So looks like they're going to try and guard the 2 stones that they do have in the rings.
He wants either a really tight guard, maybe a biter. Line's pretty tight on this.
Yeah, looks like it's going to
Over
over-curl. So may want to bring this one in if it isn't already, which looks like it is.
No, it's gonna.
We'll finish just outside the rings.
Ooh, almost had another fall on the ice. Jeez. Sheet B is dangerous today.
It is. Are they playing a straight draw here?
Yeah, they're playing a
Yep.
straight draw around the corners. Line looks a little tight. Could play the tap here if she has the weight, but
Ooh, I don't know that.
sweepers were on it so early it makes me think it's a guard.
Yep. I think it's definitely a guard,
Well,
which isn't necessarily terrible. They can get some separation between them.
yeah, more stuff to peel.
Yeah, it looks like Hunter's electing to.
Oh, he's not going to peel, okay.
Yeah, I mean, just pile another rock in there. I mean, those corner guards are not really going to help them because anything that they hide behind there is not going to count. So this one needs to curl. Or maybe they're trying to just come straight around it now
Yeah, I
since
think
it
they were
didn't
coming
curl.
around it.
Yeah.
That's fine, though.
Yeah. They're okay with that for sure. Might see a play on that rock and a roll, yep.
Back 4.
Back 4 weight called by the sweepers. Like they were looking for back 12 weight.
It's curling quite hard.
Yeah, they're. Ooh, yikes.
Might be on that top yellow. Looks like it will be. Which definitely isn't what they were looking for.
And they-
So kind of interesting position for Clausen to be in. They probably would like to get rid of.
They're calling a 1-2 guard here to prevent a run back. They either almost have to do that. So they could come around that one to the top 12 too, but
I think they'll be content to guard here.
yeah. This guard looks pretty nice. Even if they're.
See what sort of angle is left on this red that was thrown.
Yeah, it's a little heavy there, but the curled over
Looks like they are
Curl
lined
over a little
up.
bit there so that they don't have a straight run back.
No, the red that they do run in is definitely going to spill out of the rings,
Unless
but
I can't tell if those are frozen or not. 'Cause if they are, they might get a little drag to
I
go
think there's a
back,
bit of space
but
between them.
if there's any separation, yeah, it's just going to angle.
I'll run out there and
Okay.
check,
Ask
report back.
that hog line judge out there.
Game break.
We need a drone we can send out.
Need higher ceilings and
Yeah.
cameras that can see.
Sweepers on this hard.
So there was a little bit of space between there.
I think just that little bit of space there was unfortunate for Team Anderson.
So
almost triple through the fort, though.
Clausen can guard here. They can bring another one in.
I think we just guard it.
They could throw it away if they wanted. That's what I would possibly consider.
The Kevin Martin throwaway.
It doesn't hurt to throw in another guard.
Yep, they're gonna
She is
throw
gonna
this
throw
one
it
away.
Yeah, Anderson has 3 rocks left. They're going to need all 3 of these to score for them to tie the game.
Some optimism here.
Difficult task, but it's not over yet. Just going to play a freeze onto the 1 and the forefooot for now.
That is one shot that I am very good at, is the throwaway.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the freeze. I was like,
Oh.
okay.
I've made some good freezes in my day.
You have.
But you've never failed on the throwaways.
Yeah, I'm still 100% on my throwaways.
Too bad this don't actually count towards your stats.
I'm afraid I've actually screwed up a throwaway once because I didn't understand the call.
Oh, no.
Oh,
But we won anyway.
I have seen a throwaway
This
or
one looks
two.
nice. Sweepers are going hard to lock it on.
He can get it there.
Great
That's
throw.
Pretty much as good as he could have thrown that
Yeah.
rock.
They are sitting shot rock now. It will eventually have to remove that yellow, but that's not the
So
goal right now.
Clausen
Hunter is
trying
going
to run this in,
run this
maybe?
back, yeah.
Or open it up.
Yeah, I think they'd be fine with just straight peeling it.
Yeah, I think if they open it up, they try and freeze another red on top to set up something for their last.
Yeah. If he's able to run this straight back, he might be able to stick right on the nose of that red, which is good, but I think they're happy with the straight peel here, which it looks like they're doing.
Does open it up. So now the draw is actually there.
So yeah, they can either draw behind the other center guard that's left out there, or they could try the freeze. Is pretty difficult. Both shots are difficult. They can't leave any of the draw open, and they have to be basically frozen, dead
Still
on the
definitely
nose if
a
they're going to
chance.
throw
They're
that.
gonna call a timeout.
Timeout. All right. Coach is heading out onto the ice. They might be the only team with a coach here this weekend.
Coach and dad
Yes.
for Emily. Is it Chelsea Carey's father that's the coach of her team as well?
Is it?
I think
Maybe.
so. I think that's neat when there's parents coaching their.
I don't know that I would like that.
I mean, in my case, that wouldn't provide any help. My dad coming out, being like,
Some tennis players do that too, and it's like either a hit or miss. Like it either works or it doesn't.
yeah. Comment with your thoughts on
Would you like your
having
dad to
parental
coach you?
coaches.
Or your mom?
Yeah, any parents.
Looks like they're opting for the straight draw here.
I think that's probably safer.
Yeah, the freeze is really tough.
I can't see this rock coming down the sheet. All right.
Sweepers are just cleaning right now.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to need to go soon.
They need to get
Pretty
it there.
close.
They need to outcount that one in the back 8 for sure. Oh no, they let it go too long. Clausen's calling their timeout.
Are they third? Oh, wait.
I like calling timeout in the
Yeah.
league games. Just for
They're
fun.
talking about either just peeling this red one out. He said, I think he said if they throw this one away, he doesn't know what they have, which I agree with.
Yeah.
Oh, they did not signal properly for the timeout, we're being told, so they did not get their timeout. They still have a little over a minute left on their clock. All right.
Some drama.
Now they got their timeout. Just to give Hunter a little extra time to settle in the hack. They have a minute and 8 seconds left, which should be enough, but that way he doesn't have to rush his final throw here. I mean, the only bad thing that could happen here is
Don't
if
say it.
Oh, I won't say it.
Don't say it.
I won't say it.
Say it after if you want.
This one looks pretty good.
Yep. And that should bring out
the
handshakes.
handshakes. They are looking at a shot, though.
Just assessing the situation. They need to move
They need
2 Yellowstones
and get a
and
third
get
red
a third
one on.
red to appear from somewhere. Looks like Hunter's providing some some coaching as well. Interesting.
I think they all know there's no shot, so I think they're gonna throw it anyway, just for fun.
Sure, they've got the ice, so we've got 2 more minutes of use if they choose.
Now, if they make this, Hunter's gonna be like, "What did I just show them?"
I don't know what they'd be making, honestly.
Give him field. Gotta put it right where you want to hit it.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here.
Bomb this thing, please. Make it cool.
Should
Maybe
be
if they throw
fun.
it hard enough and like the stone breaks in half,
Yeah.
there's like some rule that they can implement that it's now worth 2. I don't know.
Is it like a dollar bill if you rip it right down the center?
Yeah.
I think it actually counts as like a full dollar.
Yep. Wow, that girl. They grabbed something.
All right, so that will take us to the conclusion of our feature sheet this morning. Team Clausen will defeat Team Anderson to remain undefeated in their pool. And we'd like to thank everyone for joining us this morning. Hope you enjoyed our commentary. We'll be back. I'm not sure what time the next draw is, but
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. We will be back. I will not be back, but someone will be back to provide some additional commentary for that draw later this afternoon.
Thanks for
So,
tuning in.
yeah, thanks
Kathy
for
Gauthier signing off.
Yeah.